live at the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Big Froggy 101 exclusive with Kayla Adams. Kayla, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Tired, exhausted, take your pick. I mean, CRS, it's a lot of fun, but you know by now it's not your first one. There's so much to do that you're just worn out by the time it's all over with.
Definitely. It's just one thing after another.
So you live in Nashville now. So after making the move down here and kind of seeing all the craziness that goes on during CRS week, like, what's your impression? What do you take away from this week most?
I love getting a chance to see all of the performances. And I mean, big names will perform in Nashville actually quite often, if you're really like paying attention. But it's just cool to see everyone in one place at once. And as you know, I mean, you get a chance to see almost everybody throughout the week. So that's really cool. And I'm always learning when I watch other people perform. I'm always like, ooh, stealing that. I like that.
Well, your career's off to a great start so far. You had Sober and Sorry a while back, and now your brand new single, Burn a Little Colder, which I think you played for us a few months back in the studio.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
And things are going well. The video was just launched not too long ago. So making the video, you're on the beach, all kinds of great stuff going on. So what was your favorite part of making that video?
Yeah, we filmed that one on the beach, which that's probably my favorite part. I mean, California is amazing, and I love the ocean, so that was really, really fun. And something else that was cool is I used to go to school in Hollywood, so a couple of my friends were able to come out to the shoot, and it was fun to just be able to reunite with some people that I hadn't seen in like 5 years.
And you were born and raised in Montana, so going to Hollywood, even going to school out there, what was that like as far as the culture shock goes? From being, I don't want to say middle of nowhere and insult your home state,
okay.
But, then going to the big city and like being on the coast.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, I've always kind of been a little bit of a gypsy soul. Like, I just like going new places and trying out new things, so it didn't bother me, but yeah, it's a completely different vibe. And I liked LA. I like Nashville better. Nashville's sort of the middle ground between the small town and like the ridiculously huge city.
Well, yeah, people don't realize it if they've never been to Nashville. It's like they think, oh, well, big city, crazy. It's really not. It's basically like a small town with like a few big buildings in the middle of it.
Kind of, yeah. Nashville still has that small town vibe, and you still, I mean, if you go out, you'll run into people that you know, and that never happened in LA, ever.
Well, and people seem real down here, too. I'm sure in Hollywood it's probably like a lot of fakes and people saying what you want to hear, maybe not what they really mean, though.
Well, you've got Southern hospitality here, so, yeah.
It's like everyone is way too polite down here. Like, it seems weird after a while because, being from Pennsylvania, like a bigger city in Pennsylvania, it doesn't happen too often.
I feel like on the East Coast or in LA, if you're really nice to somebody, they're kind of like, why are you being nice to me? And you're like, oh, sorry, I'm from the South. Like, I
can't help it.
Yeah, I forgot that you guys just, like, don't do that.
Well, you're taking a break this week here at CRS from touring, which you do tour a lot. So any tour dates in the very near future? You kind of picking things right back up after CRS?
Yeah, I mean, the last day of CRS is Wednesday, as you know, and I'm actually flying out Thursday for some shows in Montana, so I'm leaving right away.
Going back home for the hometown shows?
Actually, not hometown. I'll be about 4 hours from home, but I think my mom is going to make the drive, and maybe a couple other people.
So being down here in Nashville now from Montana, do you see your family kind of often, or is it still just mainly like holidays and special occasions?
Holidays, I always try to go home for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and then I usually have a show or two in the area, and I'll try to maybe like extend my trip and go home for a couple days if I can. And then my mom wants to come down for CMA Fest. They're bugging me about that already. So
hitting you up for tickets already, and it's still a few months away.
Yeah, my little sister really wants to come down, so I think she's driving that.
Oh, this will be her first time in Nashville?
My little sister,
yeah.
They came down for last CMA Fest, and they helped me like run my booth, and last year it was so hot, so we didn't really go to any of the concerts because they're all outdoors, and I mean it was deathly hot, like you wanted to die. So hopefully this year it'll be a tiny bit more mild and we can do more of that stuff.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, it is snowing here this week in Nashville, so who knows what we're in for.
I know, like what city are we in? I'm confused.
Yeah, we're looking out the window right now, and the snow's just coming down, which I think I brought it with me from Pennsylvania, to be totally honest with you, so I apologize. Yeah, it's my fault. Everything's my fault. I've come to that conclusion. At work, CRS, just people blame me, and they feel better about themselves, so.
I'll take it.
Well, and Burn a Little Colder is doing great right now on the chart, and you're already thinking ahead to new music, though, which you mentioned before we started rolling.
Yeah, so Sober and Sorry and Burn a Little Colder were both songs from a project that I did a while back, and then I sort of, I got out on the road and started promoting Sober and Sorry, and it ended up doing really well, so then it was like, oh, we gotta do more radio promotion, we gotta take advantage of this, people are liking this song. And then somewhere along the way, I never finished that record, and I'm kind of to the point now where I sort of have a new idea that I'm working on, a new sound that I really want to try, so I'm kind of like, you know what, just on to the next. I want to put out a full-length record, and I want it to sound like me.
Well, in the last 2 singles in the EP, they're on iTunes, I believe, right?
Yeah, they are.
So what kind of sound are you thinking about going for on the next project?
A sort of, I kind of want to go for a little bit, I guess darker is a good word for it, sound.
Darker? Darker
sound. I don't know. I think about, an upbeat Adele type thing. Or, do you listen to The Weeknd ever?
Yeah, his hair scares me, but yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if him and Miranda Lambert had a love child.
I can't really imagine that. That sounds like a little crazy, but also really awesome, too.
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know what it'll sound like. Maybe we'll get in the studio, and then maybe we'll be like, this is awful. This doesn't work at all. But that's what I want to do. So we'll see. Well,
it's still breaking new ground, which I think that's a weird marriage, I think no one's ever thought of before.
Yeah, I guess I just, I like those kind of songs that are a little bit more emotional, and that's what I want to write. And the stuff that's more, it's mid-tempo, and it's kind of grooving. Instead of just being super fast, it has more of a groove, and that's what I want to do.
Not just 3 power chords over and over again.
I mean, we like 3 power chords too, but yeah.
Well, and there might be an announcement coming soon, right? Which I know you can't say too much about it yet, but there might be something in the very near future, some pretty big and exciting news.
Yeah, we haven't officially announced, but yeah, I'm working with some new people, and I'm really excited, and they're excited about me, so I think it'll be good.
Okay. I think all we could say is it's someone you've heard of before, and we'll just leave it at that for the future.
That's good. All
right, well, Kayla, best of luck going forward. Again, congratulations again. I know Burn a Little Colder is in the top 20 right now, so just best of luck going forward. I'm sure we'll see you back in State College sometime soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.